Do you suffer from knee pain or worry about the risks of knee surgery?
It hurt all the time, like the nerves were rubbing against each other.
Get the relief you need without surgery. We're Arthritis Knee Pain Centers. Our state-of-the-art procedures replenish the natural cushioning in your joints with an FDA-approved gel without surgery or downtime.
After the first injection, I knew it was going to work.
Medicare and most private insurance cover this procedure.
Call 1-800-259-1885. That's 1-800-259-1885.
Hi, I'm Jimmy J.J. Walker. It's the Medicare open enrollment period. So before the deadline, you may be able to eliminate co-pays and get Part C benefits like transportation, meals, prescriptions, expanded dental coverage, all at no extra cost. Plus, you may be eligible to get money added to your Social Security check every single month, up to $1,700 for all of next year. Call, check your zip code.
I called to check my zip code.
I called to eliminate copays.
I called to save money.
I called to get my dental work covered.
I called to get money added to my Social Security check.
Only one word can describe these extra benefits and money. Dynamite! Call, check your zip code. Don't miss that deadline. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-967-8459. That's 1-800-967-8459 now.
You're a champion. You're not a quitter. Quitters don't do what they're supposed to. Champions do. And you're a star. And you shine. That's what you do. That's what you do every day.
Everyday Kentucky is brought to you by Corman Marketplace.
Now on WKYT Mid-Morning, a new COVID variant overseas is threatening recovery here in the States. How health leaders are preparing.
Plus, Lexington police are looking into a string of shootings over the holiday weekend.
And we're looking back at the Cats' big win over Louisville this weekend.
This is WKYT News Mid-Morning.
Those new graphics, we're still figuring them out, but they look good.
There you go. A new look here at WKYT. We appreciate you waking up early with us.
Thanks for joining us on this mid-morning. Let's check in with Jim. It was chilly this morning, but that could be changing.
Things do change. Eventually, not yet. Today is our cold day from top to bottom. Tomorrow, though, we start to cruise back toward the 50s and beyond. Right now, it's 32 in Lexington, Georgetown, 32 in Danville as well, so we're still sitting at the freezing mark in all of those communities. Eventually, we see our numbers reach the low 40s for highs today. We go precipitation free, though. Good, because that would just be a chilly, awful rain. We'll look ahead here at our temperatures, and you can see where we're going to top out here. 42, 43-ish maybe for some of you, and those numbers quickly drop again as we head through the evening and into the nighttime. When I come back in a few minutes, I'll show you that 50-degree run that we have here over the next few days. I'll have that with a full hour by hour in a few minutes.
All right, Jim, thank you. We'll see you soon. Happening today, the U.S. will begin restricting travel from southern Africa.
Leaders are trying to prevent the new Omicron variant of COVID-19 from entering the country. Canada, Australia, and the Netherlands have already confirmed cases. Researchers are trying to see if it's deadlier or resistant to vaccines.
We do think it's more contagious when you look at how rapidly it's spread through multiple districts in South Africa. It has the earmarks, therefore, of being particularly likely to spread from one person to another.
Well, President Biden says he'll meet with his medical team today to consider more travel restrictions.
The CDC is setting up a surveillance system to detect the Omicron variant. Health leaders in Kentucky recommend wearing masks whether or not the new variant pops up here. Lexington Dr. Ryan Stanton says at this stage there are more immediate health threats to Kentuckians.
Not only are we dealing with COVID-19 with a stability, but we're also seeing other things as well. I had my first diagnosis of flu yesterday that I've seen in about 20 months. We've had a couple here in this department.
Dr. Stanton says most COVID patients at his hospital are unvaccinated or have other health risks.
Lexington Catholic High School will make masks optional next semester. According to our news partners at the Herald-Leader, that decision does not apply to the district's elementary schools for now. Leaders will be looking at data through winter break. Masks are still required in Fayette County Public Schools.
Fayette County Health Department will give out COVID shots for kids this week. A clinic will run from 3 to 6 on Wednesday at Consolidated Baptist Church. First and second Pfizer doses will be available for children as young as 5. Families will need to make appointments. You can register at the Health Department's website. Happening today, a funeral for a shooting victim in Lexington.
Pietro Swain, known as Retro, died last Saturday on East 5th Street. Police say they found him in a car riddled with bullets not far from his mother's house. Today at 11, his loved ones will gather for visitation at Unity Worship Center. The funeral will begin at 1 o'clock.
Lexington saw a string of violence over the holiday weekend. Police are now investigating 3 separate shootings.
Eric Sweat died on Thanksgiving inside of a home on Sandalwood Drive. Police say his 17-year-old stepson shot him during a fight. Sweat's death marks Lexington's 34th homicide this year. That ties last year's record.
Then Friday night, a shooting at the Pinebrook Apartments on Tates Creek Road left a teenager hurt. Officers went out for reports of gunfire around 10 o'clock. Moments later, the victim showed up at the hospital with a gunshot wound. We don't know that person's condition this morning.
And then on Saturday, a person showed up at the hospital after people in 2 cars had been shooting at each other on Man o' War. According to the Herald Leader, police believe the 2 are connected. That victim is expected to be okay.
A Laurel County man is accused of holding a woman at knife point. The sheriff's office says a teenager shot him in the leg to try and get him to stop. This happened Saturday night in the Green Lawn subdivision. Deputies say Randy Campbell ran away from the gunfire. He was later arrested at the hospital. He's facing several charges, including assault and wanton endangerment.
A Scott County magistrate has died. Bill Burke served the county's 6th district since 2015. He was also a retired command sergeant with the U.S. Army. Judge Executive Joe Pat Covington says Burke died Saturday night. Covington shared his thoughts and prayers to Burke's wife and his family. Funeral arrangements have not yet been announced.
More than 150 National Guard members in Kentucky just started a year-long deployment. This weekend, hundreds gathered at Bluegrass Airport for a send-off. Those 150 soldiers are on a mission called Operation Enduring Freedom in Djibouti. They're taking food and water to the surrounding African countries. Mission leaders say they'll treat all soldiers like family.
Over that time, you start to love and care for each one of those soldiers as if you're a parent, because they're not just your family, they're my family as well.
That was Captain Waller. He has only expected a few hundred people to show up, but you can see in the video there were a lot more than that. Around 1,000 people showed up to the send-off.
Lexington is ringing in the holiday season.
The city held its annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony last night. Here's the big reveal moment. A menorah lighting helped kick off Hanukkah. Hundreds of people gathered downtown for both celebrations. And we spoke with several people feeling a real sense of community that they've been missing.
We try and come down every year, and I guess we didn't get to come last year, so it's nice to get back to a little bit of normal.
Santa Claus, there he is, also made an appearance at last night's tree lighting.
Bringing out all the celebrities. Our runners were on fire at the first ever Stop, Drop, and Run 5K at Country Boy Brewing. This weekend, the Scott County and Georgetown Fire Departments teamed up for the run to benefit Toys for Tots. They were trying to fill an entire ambulance with toys for kids this holiday season. Organizers told us they were shocked to see the large turnout.
People have donated a ton of toys. We're going to fill that ambulance. People have donated a lot of money that's going to go locally here for the Toys for Tots Foundation. And I call it a big success for our first one.
Their first one, but hopefully not their last one. They plan to make that 5K a yearly event. And Kentucky football is back in the top 25. Closing out the regular season with a win over Louisville.
The Wildcats went into the game a 3-point underdog, believe it or not, but they proved Vegas wrong with a dominant 52-21 win at Cardinal Stadium. Kentucky native Wandale Robinson broke a school record for catches in a season that night, catching 9 passes for 97 yards.
I mean, it's exciting, definitely, especially just being in front of still our fans and essentially the whole state of Kentucky. And that's just a record that I'm glad I got to break. I didn't really have that in mind coming into the year, but I'm glad it came. I mean, it feels nice just to know that I came in and worked and did everything that I was supposed to do. I just really wanted to come in and help us win all the games that we could. Luckily, that record came with it.
Kentucky ends the season at number 25. The win likely means a spot in the Outback Bowl on New Year's Day. Of course, that hasn't been set in stone, but as soon as we know where the Cats are going, we will, of course, pass that along.
You got to think they saw that, -3 on the line and decided they would go a bit over on that, winning by 31.
Yeah, they sure did. Proved them wrong for sure.
We'll keep it here on Mid-Morning.
Still ahead, how you can protect yourself from Cyber Monday scams.
And forecast staying pretty chilly for you today, but things do look a little better by this afternoon and this evening, and really a whole lot better later this week. I'll have all of it coming up for you.
It's a fact. 2 out of 3 Americans who qualify for Medicare do not receive all the benefits they deserve. You could be missing out. Now, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield introduces a free Medicare plan checkup to make sure you receive all the benefits you qualify for in 2022. Call 1-800-878-5180 today and receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-800-878-5180 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2022. You can receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. Call 1-800-878-5180 and make sure you're not missing out.
With a husband in the hospital, the last thing on my mind was calling a lawyer.
I said, Mom, you've got to call now. Evidence from the wreck can disappear.
So he calls 855 Wkyt and hands me the phone. But that lawyer, he took care of me.
When we make drunk drivers pay, texting drivers wait, and big trucks slow down, we make Kentucky safer for families.
Call 855 Wkyt, Morgan, Collins, East, and Salyer.
Hi, folks. Medicare open enrollment is simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, the agent will look up your zip code to see if you're able to eliminate copays and get Part C benefits like prescriptions and expanded coverage for your dental work at no extra cost. 3, they'll check if you're eligible to get money added to your Social Security check up to $1,700 a year. Call to check your zip code.
I called to check my zip code.
I called to get my dental work covered.
I called to eliminate copays.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to get money added to my Social Security check.
Millions of people have trusted the Medicare coverage helpline. You can too. Call the 800 number on your screen to check your zip code. Don't miss the deadline. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-245-7306. That's 1-800-245-7306 now.
Everyday Kentucky is all new and every morning on Wkyt.
Still hovering around the freezing mark here in Lexington this morning. It is 32 degrees here in town. Same thing up the road there in Georgetown, but a lot of other communities are awfully close to it as well. And you've got a lot of the low and mid-30s showing up across Kentucky, just barely above freezing in some cases, like Mount Sterling at 34 or 33 there in London. So we continue tracking the cold air for the remainder of the day today. Now, the sun's going to look fantastic out there into the afternoon and evening hours. It's just not going to do a whole lot to warm us up. But you could see some milder stuff just out to our west, and that will start taking over eventually. Right now, we're just under the influence of this colder dome of air that's hanging out all around us. But the milder stuff will be on the move here over the next several days, but we're just not in the thick of that yet. So it'll come into play soon. We are precipitation free across Kentucky, the First Alert Radar Network scanning the skies, and we find no returns, not yet at least. We have a small chance later on in the week that could try to come together. This hour-by-hour forecast takes us toward the afternoon where we find those low, maybe some mid-40s. I think it's mainly low 40s for those daytime highs today. Tonight, early tomorrow morning, again in the mid-30s as we start things off. That's 7 o'clock on Tuesday morning. We go toward the afternoon and evening hours, and we're going to get up to around 50 and kind of sit there for a little while. 50-ish, maybe a little warmer than that. Might even find a few mid-50s across parts of Kentucky before we go on into Wednesday, when I think a decent shot of some of that milder air will really start to take shape. Again, you start the morning off all over the place, some below freezing, some above it, and some even even below it. So we're all around that as we track through time here. But Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, looking a lot better for us. Look at this. This is 3:30, and we're in the mid-50s here in Lexington. We're above normal for this time of year. Should be in the low 50s. We're going to be in the mid-50s. Even trying to show a few 60s out there. Are you okay? Okay, as long as you're okay. That's all that matters. I had to ask. In the low 60s down towards south there, Somerset, Russell Springs showing some of those 60s in the area as well. So that should be very pleasant. I mean, look at this. It's 11 o'clock at night, and we're still holding on to 50s across central, southern, and eastern portions of Kentucky. So it ends up being on the milder side all day long. Our full 7-day forecast coming at you here. You can see what I'm talking about with that milder push of air, mid to upper 50s after today. So a good run above normal there for about 6 out of the 7 days. Not too bad at all once we get to that level. I'm glad you're okay, though.
Oh, stop it. Don't draw more attention to it.
People can't see the obstacle course over here under the desk.
I know. I got so many cords hooked up everywhere. Yeah.
It's cool. It's fine.
Sorry. I did not mean to, obviously.
Jim, I appreciate your forecast. I was paying attention.
Thank you. Thank you. You get an A+ for today.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Cyber Monday is in full swing this morning.
Online retailers launched early deals at midnight. The Kentucky Retail Federation says online sales are expected to reach $3 billion this year. Now, scammers may also be trying to take advantage of shoppers who are looking for good deals.
Scammers are really crafty about changing one letter and copying what looks like the legitimate store site, and it's actually not. If you didn't order something from a retailer, don't click on an email that says your package is on the way.
Some retail experts believe supply chain issues will encourage more people to shop in person this year as we get closer to Christmas.
Black Friday shopping numbers are in. The Wall Street Journal says foot traffic was up by about 50% this year compared to last. The numbers are still 30% lower than those of 2019 pre-pandemic. Online spending declined for the first time since Adobe began tracking sales. E-commerce companies hope to reverse that trend with today's deals.
Shipping services are ramping up to process millions of holiday packages. In Kentucky, UPS Worldport is hiring hundreds of seasonal workers. The company is urging customers to mind shipping deadlines as Christmas gets closer.
The global supply chain bottlenecks have been a challenge for us all. But the good news is that UPS is ready to deliver. Once that package gets in our hands, you can be assured that we're going to deliver it on time, every time.
UPS recommends shipping with them by December 21st for 3-day delivery. FedEx and USPS say that if you ship with them, you should do that by the 15th for ground service.
Airports across the country saw extra long lines over the extended holiday weekend. Yesterday was likely the busiest travel day of the year. TSA is estimating that they screened around some 2 million passengers catching flights for Thanksgiving this week. In Louisville, several flights from Tampa, Dallas, and Chicago were delayed. Passengers say overall travel was better than expected. Keep it here on WKYT Midmorning.
New study looks at the reason why a common surgery often fails. We're back with some of today's top health headlines.
And as we head to break, tonight's Powerball jackpot is $253 million. Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $102 million.
When news breaks, we stand for you on WKYT.
Start your day with WKYT Mornings.
Because every morning is something new.
Catching you up on what's going on.
Firefighters estimate 30 to 50 acres went up in flames last night.
Giving you the first alert to changing weather. The showers get a little closer late tonight, and then they are here on top of us.
We'll get you ready as you get ready.
That's right. Mornings made easy.
Your day starts with Victor, Kristen, and Jim on WKYT Mornings. Weekdays from 4:30 to 7.
It's a fact. 2 out of 3 Americans who qualify for Medicare do not receive all the benefits they deserve. You could be missing out. Now, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield introduces a free Medicare plan checkup to make sure you receive all the benefits you qualify for in 2022. Call 1-800-878-5180 today and receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-800-878-5180 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2022. You can receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. Call 1-800-878-5180 and make sure you're not missing out.
The National Center on Elder Abuse has estimated that 1 out of 20 nursing home patients has been the victim of negligence or injury. About 5,000 deaths per year are due to the negligence of nursing home staff. Yet nursing homes continue to put profits over patient care, and our loved ones are paying the price. If you put your trust in a nursing home to care for your loved one, and that trust has been violated, call Hughes & Coleman immediately. 800-800-4600.
Barbecue is more than what you see on your plate. It's sharing some of life's greatest moments, gathered around your favorite food and people. Get together with Sonny's Barbecue, local pit masters since '68.
Researchers are working to predict which cases of COVID-19 will end up deadly.
Michael George has the details in this Better Living report.
Researchers say they've come up with a reliable way to determine which COVID-19 patients will most likely die from the disease. Scientists in Montreal looked at hundreds of patients and found that the amount of viral RNA in the blood was directly associated with mortality. A new study finds there were no decreases in new cancer diagnoses among children in Canada during the first 9 months of the pandemic. Research from other countries, including the United Kingdom, show a steep reduction in new cases, and studies from the United States suggest a drop as well. And engineers at Washington University in St. Louis have developed scans that have uncovered new connections between rotator cuff tendons and their bony attachments. Researchers say the discovery sheds new light on why rotator cuff surgery frequently fails. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Well, Santa Claus is traveling across the Commonwealth, but this time he is not in his sleigh.
You can see him underwater at Newport Aquarium right now. Santa will be scuba diving with sharks there through Christmas Eve. You don't need to pay extra, but the aquarium does say that capacity is limited. It's about an hour and a half drive from Lexington.
It's going to be hard for him to write down naughty and nice, on that book when it's so wet.
That's good. Good news for the naughties. All right, meteorologist Jim Caldwell, are you on the naughty or nice list this year?
You know exactly where I reside.
Naughty.
No, I'm on the nice list every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially when you see this forecast, you think, this is nice, because what's going to happen is we get a big push of some of this milder air that builds in across Kentucky, and daytime highs are going to go back up the thermometer, probably well into the 50s, maybe even close to 60 degrees. Now, the core of the warmth is still out to our west, but we go from tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we see this milder air get stronger and stronger over our heads. So ultimately what ends up happening is we get a surge above normal, and highs reach the mid and upper 50s. Don't be surprised if you don't have a 60-degree reading before the week is finished. And that is the next big thing.
All right, Jim. Thank you. The life of an iconic singer is now on display in London.
The latest entertainment news is just ahead. Keep it here on Mid-Morning.
This is Wkyt, standing for you, however you stream.
The better you take care of the big guy, the better he'll take care of you. Save over $50 on toys, decor, gadgets, and more with Santa Bucks at Meijer all week long. Believe we've got everything else you need.
Have you ever worried about a slip or fall in the bath area? Well, if you have, you're not alone. And West Shore Home has a solution to help you put those worries to rest. A safe step-in shower can help you keep your bathing independence without breaking the bank. Getting in and out of the shower is safe and easy with an incredibly low step and textured base for added grip. Plus, select where you'd like to have grab bars and a built-in seat for added stability and comfort. These can withstand hundreds of pounds, so you'll never have to worry. Once you choose a style you're happy with, the experts at West Shore Home will have your new shower installed in just one day. They can completely tear out your old tub and replace it with a brand new shower before dinner time, so there's no disruption to your life. See why over 20,000 homeowners have put their trust in West Shore this year alone.
I just say West Shore Home does a quality job. One-day installation. They're in, get the job done, clean up after themselves. So I don't know how much better it can get than that, to be honest.
They
guys were very respectful, the installers. It was done in a day, and I'm thrilled. It's fantastic.
Remodeling your shower or bath is easier than you think with West Shore Home's convenient process and one-day installation. If you're tired of struggling with your old tub or shower, pick up the phone, call West Shore to get a free quote on your shower or bath remodel. Plus, if you call right now, take advantage of these exclusive savings. West Shore Home is extending its Black Friday sales event 1 week only. Call the number on your screen right now to get free installation on all shower and bath projects, plus 18 months of no payments and no interest financing. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call West Shore Home now.
Stay connected this Christmas at Meijer.com.
Okay, who's first?
With incredible offers in-store and online all week long. Believe, we've got everything else you need.
Welcome back. VH1 is getting into the holiday spirit with a new Christmas movie.
Dina Demetrius has today's Eye on Entertainment.
Oh. Hey. Hey there.
Kim Fields plays talk show host Parker Baldwin, who gets thrown into a reality show with a handsome survivalist in the new film Adventures in Christmasing.
Well, I can't guarantee we won't run into anyone when we're out in the wild.
What do you mean when we're out in the wild?
Oh, when you come on my show.
Oh, no. No, see, I'm never going to be on your show.
Adrian Holmes co-stars as survivalist Finn Holt. Fields is an executive producer on the project and co-wrote the story behind the film.
I hope that audiences take away from Adventures in Christmasing really leaning into coming out of your comfort zone, and that's really where life begins. And not being afraid of the unknown.
Adventures in Christmasing debuts today on VH1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
22-ton Steve must take on the reigning monster champion Tentacular in the upcoming animated comedy Rumble. But Steve's a reluctant wrestler who loves dancing more than getting into the ring. Will Arnett lends his voice to Steve. Terry Crews plays Tentacular. Rumble streams December 15th exclusively on Paramount+. And the life of the late Amy Winehouse is on display in London. Amy Beyond the Stage chronicles the singer's life from her school days to stardom. It features Winehouse's mid-century jukebox, guitars, handwritten lyrics, and costumes. There's also an immersive experience. Amy Beyond the Stage is on display now at London's Design Museum. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Still ahead, how a Kentucky community is remembering a first responder who died of cancer.
Another half hour of news is on the way. Keep it here on Midmorning.
Watch WKYT News at 6:30 on the CW Lexington.
As ride-sharing services become more popular, so do wrecks involving them. So what happens if you get in an accident with a rideshare driver? What if you're a passenger in a rideshare vehicle that gets in a wreck? These ride-sharing cases can be complex. But at Isaacs & Isaacs, we have the people, the experience, and the resources to take on any kind of rideshare case. And we'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve.
One call, that's all.
Call 800-800-8888.
This is my first time trying on glasses at home.
So cute!
5 different frames from Warby Parker.
Oh, this one's better. Ooh. Ah. Hey.
The virtual try-on is perfect. Like, they look like they're on my face. Like, look at this. Just swipe and switch.
These are definitely a keeper.
I think these out of one. Ooh, these look good.
That was so easy. They make it so fun and fabulous.
I'm Joseph Back with iBuyKY.com, and I want to buy your house. I'll make you an as-is cash offer on your house within 24 hours. Whether it's a total fixer-upper or in perfect condition, iBuyKY.com is the easiest way to sell your house. When you sell your house to iBuyKY.com, there's no fees, no commissions, no banks, and no repairs. Just go to iBuyKY.com for a free, no-obligation cash offer 24 hours a day. That's iBuyKY.com.
Hey folks, it's the Duke Owens, General Manager here at the all-new Cartown Kia.
Listen, I know you've seen news reports where inventory is short everywhere, except here at Cartown Kia, because we're receiving deliveries every day. And that's why I can bring these great savings to you. For instance, this 2021 Kia Forte or this 2022 Kia Soul, $249 down payment, $249 a month. Come see us here at the all-new Cartown Kia or look us up at cartownkiausa.com.
More studios and extend hope to children in Appalachia.
The WKYT Pack the Lobby event, Tuesday, November 30th.
Send your pictures to WKYT.com for Chris's Christmas lights. WKYT really is everywhere. Find us on View It. Closed captioning on WKYT is sponsored by Cumberland Valley National Bank. This is WKYT News Mid-Morning.
Thanks for staying with us here on Mid-Morning. I'm Andrea Walker.
I'm Victor Puente. We're looking at a chilly morning tomorrow also, but after that, pretty nice.
Things do look a whole lot better after we get the week really rolling along here. I mean, go 55, 60-ish for daytime highs. Eventually, a little later on this week. Right now, not even close. We're on the colder side of everything at the moment. Still sitting at 32 degrees in Lexington. Plenty of sunshine out there, but it's not doing anything to warm us up. We're holding on to those cold temperatures today, and I think we'll hold on to them all afternoon long as well. We're going to try to warm out of the 30s, and with a little more sunshine, we should be able to do it. But as of this moment, it's tough. Fair skies around. Temperatures remain cold all day long today. Tuesday, dry weather continues. There's a small rain chance on Wednesday, but it really is super small. And highs close in on 60 because they're getting that mid to upper 50 degree range. So it looks pretty good. Above normal for this time of year for sure. We'll break it down with the hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Jim, we'll see you soon. Thank you. The new COVID variant sweeping South Africa and other countries is threatening to hamper COVID recovery here in the U.S.
Laura Podesta tells us how the CDC and the Biden administration is preparing for its arrival on our shores.
President Biden is expected to address the American public today on the new COVID variant Omicron. The administration plans to ban travel from South Africa and 7 other countries in the region. Returning from Thanksgiving in Nantucket, President Biden was asked if travel bans on any other countries might follow.
I'm having a meeting with my medical team as I get back to the White House. I'll have more to say.
The World Health Organization says travel restrictions may not be necessary until Omicron is better understood.
It's going to give us a period of time to enhance our preparedness.
Dr. Fauci and former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb said a few more weeks are needed to see how the variant stands up to existing vaccines.
People who have looked closely at this sequence, those individuals feel reasonably confident that 3 doses of vaccine is going to be protective. Now, that could give a really strong impetus to trying to get more people boosted.
One of the first doctors to spot Omicron in South Africa says so far its effects seem relatively subdued.
Looking at the mildness of the symptoms that we are seeing, currently there's no reason for panicking, as we don't see severely ill patients.
Another big question, whether Omicron is more contagious than the now predominant Delta variant.
We do think it's more contagious when you look at how rapidly it's spread through multiple districts in South Africa.
The CDC says it's monitoring Omicron and expects to identify it quickly if and when it arrives in the U.S. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
Thousands of U.S. service members are facing disciplinary action for failing to get vaccinated by today, the deadline. The Marines have the lowest vaccination rate of all branches at 91%. On the other end of the spectrum, the Navy, which had the most serious COVID outbreak, 97% of them are vaccinated. Some troops are taking legal action against the mandate.
My clients don't think that this is being driven by military readiness, by medical reasons, or even by just good order and discipline in the military. It feels very, very political.
Soldiers who fail to get vaccinated could be forced to leave the military.
Today, jury selection will begin in the trial of actor Jussie Smollett. The star of Empire is accused of making false reports of a hate crime to Chicago police. They say he claimed he was assaulted by men using racial and homophobic slurs back in 2019, but the assault didn't actually happen. Smollett pleaded not guilty to disorderly conduct. That trial is expected to take about 5 days. And the trial of Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell is also set to begin today. She's accused of grooming underage girls for the financier. Maxwell denies any role in Epstein's crimes. Her trial is expected to last about 6 weeks, but she could face another court date for perjury charges.
After a private battle with cancer, fashion designer Virgil Abloh has died. He was the artistic director for Louis Vuitton, the first black person to hold the post at the French design house. Abloh was 41. We're hearing from the cousin of Lexington's latest murder victim.
Eric Sweat died on Thanksgiving inside of a home on Sandalwood Drive. Police say his 17-year-old stepson shot him during a fight. Sweat's cousin, Darwin Miles, talked to us about his grief, hoping to convince others to avoid violence.
I don't hate him. I just wish this didn't go the way that it did. I wish it could have came out a different route, like of just everybody dispersing and going their separate ways. Man, you taking somebody's life. You taking a family member from people. Like, come on, man. Like, how can you? I just couldn't.
Marks Lexington's 34th homicide of 2021. That ties last year's record.
Deputies in Clay County are working a death investigation right now. The Clay County Sheriff's Office says yesterday deputies responded to a vehicle that had gone over a hill on Chop Bottom Road. When they arrived, they found a dead man inside. Right now, we don't know the identity of the victim.
A Leslie County man is accused of burglarizing a school. Deputies say Donald Hall broke into Leslie County High School, stole several trimmers and a chainsaw. He's charged with burglary and theft by unlawful taking.
Northern Kentucky is remembering a first responder who died of a rare form of cancer. Sam Spilley spent years with the Fort Mitchell Fire Department and Boone County Water Rescue. American flags lined the street for his funeral over the weekend. His father, Tom, says throughout his life, Sam just wanted to serve.
The other day we was talking in the hospital, and he said, Dad, we just help people. That's who we are. That's what he wanted to do. He had plans. He wanted to get out and still help people.
Tom Spilley also served as a firefighter.
Kentucky-born writer Ed Mcclanahan has died. According to our news partners at the Herald-Leader, his family says he died at home on Saturday. Mcclanahan was known as one of Kentucky's Fab Five writers. He published his first book, The Natural Man, in 1983. We are still waiting on funeral arrangements.
A visitation was held for Larry Hopkins yesterday. The longtime Kentucky congressman died earlier this year at the age of 88. Hopkins represented the 6th District from 1978 to 1993. This Saturday, a memorial will take place at the Capitol Rotunda.
Kentucky businessman John Hall has passed away. He served as chairman and chief executive officer of chemical company Ashland, Inc. before his retirement. Millward Funeral Directors is handling funeral arrangements. Those are still in the works. Happening today, state Republicans will share plans for the upcoming legislative session.
Senate leaders, including Senate President Robert Stivers, will be in Bowling Green ahead of an annual retreat. The group will take questions about their priorities around 2 o'clock this afternoon. The regular session is set to start January 4th.
We're getting more hints at how state lawmakers could use federal infrastructure funding. Kentucky is due roughly $5 billion. Lawmakers have already been talking about building a companion bridge to the Brent Spence in northern Kentucky. According to our news partners at the Herald-Leader, lawmakers could also use that money to widen the Mountain Parkway. They're still waiting on rules for how that money will flow to states from the federal government.
A Kentucky college is the first in the U.S. to finish a hydropower project. Berea College set up a generating station along the Kentucky River in Estill County. Officials say it will produce enough to power 1,200 homes and offset half of the electricity Berea uses.
State Republicans say they're close to finishing updated maps for redistricting. According to our news partners at the Herald-Leader, both House and Senate leaders say they're working on those final details. Some lawmakers want Governor Beshear to call a special session to wrap up that process. He says he wants to see a plan from top legislators before making that decision. The next session begins January 4th, and the redistricting deadline is just days later that same week.
A Hazard church is giving away hundreds of Christmas gifts to young children. The Maple Street Church of God worked with a Tennessee nonprofit to distribute the toys this weekend. The group also hosted a kids' Christmas party where children could get their presents while meeting Santa and Mrs. Claus.
As they come through that line and you see them picking up their toys or picking up their packages, and it's like that Christmas morning feeling over and over and over again.
Organizers say the two groups did a great job coming together to serve the families of Hazard.
Christmas is coming to the White House today. First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, will unveil this year's White House holiday theme and decor. A group of second graders from Maryland will be helping her out. Some National Guard members, their families, they'll be there too. Dr. Biden will also deliver remarks thanking the more than 100 volunteers from around the area who helped decorate the White House for the season.
Lexington kicked off Hanukkah celebrations last night. Jewish community leaders aim to make the holiday special after a violent incident at last year's ceremonies. A car hit someone outside the UK Jewish Student Center. Police say the driver was shouting anti-Semitic slurs. Rabbi Shlomo Litvin says it's important to stand tall in these tough times.
Because hate can't defeat us. What darkness is an absence of light. The second you light a light, it doesn't fight the darkness is vanquished. So we will be here, we'll light the menorah, we'll create light not only here, but announce the initiative to spread light across the entire Commonwealth.
City leaders also lit Lexington's Christmas tree last night.
And the first candle has been lit on the national menorah at the White House. Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff addressed the crowd last night. He is the first Jewish spouse of a president or vice president. This will also be the first Hanukkah to be officially celebrated in the vice president's residence, the Naval Observatory. And tomorrow, WKYT is hosting our annual Pack the Lobby event to help families in need have a Merry Christmas.
Anyone who drops off a donation will get a free sandwich from Chick-fil-A. We'll be accepting toys, food, clothing, and hygiene products. And you can stop by our studios on Winchester Road. If you can't make it out in person, you can also shop through our online registries. Donations will go to more than 15,000 students in elementary schools in Appalachia. We do have all of this information and more on WKYT.com, and we hope to see you tomorrow.
Always nice seeing that stuff start to build up and then just, when it all gets taken off, knowing where it's going.
Keep it here on Mid-Morning.
We'll check in with the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, see what they're cooking up today.
Tracking temperatures are in the 30s right now. It's a cold one across Kentucky, and we stay chilly all day until we get to Tuesday. Starts looking better then. I'll have more for you coming up.
In the last 24 hours, I started having blackouts. I attacked my team, my family.
Flash went bad.
Don't you dare quit on yourself. Let's go blow this fuse.
We need to find Barry before Despero does.
The Flash Armageddon. 5-episode event continues Tuesday at 8/7 Central, only on the CW.
Thank you for making WKYT your station of the year and your first choice for local news and weather everywhere you are.
Delightful spin on holiday gift giving with scratch-offs from the Kentucky Lottery.
Do you suffer from knee pain or worry about the risks of knee surgery?
It hurt all the time, like the nerves were rubbing against each other.
Get the relief you need without surgery. We're Arthritis Knee Pain Centers. Our state-of-the-art procedures replenish the natural cushioning in your joints with an FDA-approved gel without surgery or downtime.
After the first injection, I knew it was going to work.
Medicare and most private insurance cover this procedure.
Call 1-800-259-1885. That's 1-800-259-1885.
It's a fact. 2 out of 3 Americans who qualify for Medicare do not receive all the benefits they deserve. You could be missing out. Now, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield introduces a free Medicare plan checkup to make sure you receive all the benefits you qualify for in 2022. Call 1-800-878-5180 today and receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-800-878-5180 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2022. You can receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. Call 1-800-878-5180 and make sure you're not missing out.
This year, even Santa's shopping at Oak Factory. We are having a huge sale on our selection of dining, bedrooms, sofas, recliners, home office, and bookcases here at Oak Factory, where nothing is in short supply.
Shop with me at Oak Factory, and you can take it home today.
Everyday Kentucky is all new and every morning on WKYT.
We love where we live.
And we are excited to tell the stories of everyday Kentucky.
We're going to be here every day with where to go, what to do,
and what's happening now.
Bringing you the bright side of the bluegrass every day.
And we're here
every day, showing you how you can shop local and help support Kentucky business owners.
There's so much to see and do.
And every day we'll see you at 9 a.m. on WKYT.
WKYT really is everywhere. Find us on Fire TV.
Hovering right around the freezing mark here in and around Lexington. Temperatures coming in 32, 33, 34 degrees. So we are certainly on the colder side everywhere you look. We need a little more sunshine. We need a change in the air mass. See, that's the biggest thing, is getting a brand new air mass here into the Commonwealth to warm us up and put us on the pleasant side. And we do get there. It's just not an immediate thing, not for today. So just be ready for that chill, because it keeps quite a long time out there for this afternoon, this evening. You can see a little bit of a spike, and I mean that just a little out to our west. So it's showing some 40s, but I mean, that's better than what we're doing here. I mean, again, you got to keep in mind Lexington's sitting at 32 degrees, and you've got this milder push of air just out to our west. It gets even better as you get out into the plains, and some of that spills over into Kentucky here over the next few days. So it'll just take its sweet time getting here. So another colder one expected out there across Kentucky for this afternoon and this evening. Let's look into the future here with the hour by hour, and what this reveals. It gets us back above freezing, yes, and we also end up in the next set of temperatures with 40s, 41, 42, 43 degrees, a good possibility out there for everybody. But it's just the air mass is just so cold, it's going to be hard to warm it up a lot. Now tonight and early tomorrow morning, we're not quite as extreme. We're doing better than tomorrow at the same time at 7 o'clock in the morning than we are at this moment. So we're already seeing that bump in temperatures showing up there, with highs probably reaching the upper 40s, low 50s for most folks across Kentucky. Throw in a little cloud cover, sunshine, and we're doing okay. It's a good looking day, but probably even better on Wednesday, because on Wednesday what happens, we get clouds, yes, but we're back in the mid and upper 50s to around 60 degrees. So at the next level of warmth, that comes into play for you. And maybe a passing shower or two. It's certainly a possibility out there. And look at the numbers at 11 o'clock on Wednesday night, still in the 50s. So that's a good sign for us to at least hold on to some of that milder air that will take over. Here's a 12 p.m. on Wednesday. Still running a little cool until we get toward the afternoon and evening hours, and that milder push of air takes over. And it takes over not only during the daytime hours, but during the nighttime as well. So overnight lows are not going to drop that far at all. And you can see how far this mild and warm push of air goes, way up there into the northern plains there briefly, and then, of course, around here. So what it ultimately means for us, temperatures surge above normal. Highs reach the mid and upper 50s. I'm not going to be shocked if I don't see a 60-degree reading here, probably on Thursday around here. So it looks really nice. Here's a full 7-day forecast. As we look into the future, you find all of those 50s and near 60-degree highs. And another system gets here late in the week, going into the weekend, and it does bring a rain chance with it there for Friday and Saturday. Not a washout, but enough to bring that cooler air back into play. But again, keeps everything right around normal for us.
I'm glad during the coldest part of it we don't have to deal with rain, because, yeah, nothing like a 40-degree rain.
Oh, that's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, but we're good.
Well, this dish from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen is a traditional meal often made to celebrate the start of Hanukkah.
Today's recipe is for simple shredded potato pancakes.
For those of you celebrating the Festival of Lights this week, happy Hanukkah. To symbolize Hanukkah, which is when the eternal light miraculously burned for 8 days with only 1 day's worth of oil, we're whipping up a dish that's cooked in oil, which goes hand in hand with the holiday. It's potato pancakes, and watch how easy they are. We start by combining a bag of refrigerated shredded potatoes along with a finely chopped onion and an egg. We give that a mix and add some flour, salt and pepper. After forming these into patties, we saute them in a good amount of oil. Once the bottoms are golden, We carefully turn them over and cook them until both sides are crispy. Then we'll drain them on some paper towels, and that's it. If you want, you can freeze them and refrigerate them at this point and simply reheat them whenever you want. Not only are these crispy and tasty, but thanks to our supermarket shortcut, the pre-shredded potatoes, they're super easy. Serve them with some sour cream or applesauce, and you've got a super side dish, or they can be a meal all by themselves. To get the recipe for our simple shredded potato pancakes, just visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a symbolic way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
I'm down. I'll eat them.
I know. That's a good vehicle for a lot of different sauces and stuff. Yum.
Well, a can of craft beer could get a lot pricier.
That's not good news. One of the world's largest suppliers of aluminum cans says that demand is currently outweighing supply. Many corporations are now requiring smaller breweries to order at least 5 truckloads of cans per purchase. That's 1 million cans, which is a lot for these small businesses to carry. Industry insiders say the move will likely force small brewers to rethink their business models completely and consumers to pay more.
Everything costing more. Well, after the break, we're learning all about an upcoming Christmas performance from the UK Choir.
Keep it here on Wkyt Mid-Morning.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 98.1 The Bull.
WKYT TV airs educational programming for children which is identified on the screen with the EI, followed by the targeted age group. Each quarter, the children's programming broadcast by WKYT TV is documented in a filing submitted to the FCC. This filing can be found in the station's public inspection file available on the FCC's website at fcc.gov. If you'd like to comment on or make suggestions about this programming, please contact the station.
Spectrum Business is the only internet and phone provider built for the new way you do business. We know fast internet speeds and low prices are critical for small businesses, and slow speeds from the other guys can't handle your new digital needs. Now's the time to switch to Spectrum Business. You'll get more speed and proven reliability, and you'll never have to sign a contract. $49.99 for 200 megabit per second internet and $19.99 for business phone. Call now to get 1 month free, plus free installation. So stop overpaying for internet and voice today. You could cut your bill in half when you switch to Spectrum Business, and we'll prove it. Grab your bill, visit spectrum.com/business calculator, and see exactly how much you'll save when you switch. Or give us a call, and we'll calculate your savings for you. Plus, you'll get fast speeds and over 99.9% network reliability. $49.99 for 200 megabit per second internet and $19.99 for business phone. Get 1 month free, plus free installation when you call 855-491-8855 today.
Get Black Friday savings at Don Franklin Hyundai. Lease the all-new 2022 Hyundai Sonata, only $299 per month. Or get the all-new 2022 Hyundai Palisade, as low as $36,605. Hurry into Kentucky's #1 Hyundai dealer, Don Franklin Lexington Hyundai.
Are you 65 or older and haven't had a colonoscopy? You're invited to join a study for a non-invasive way to screen for colon cancer. You could earn up to $575. You'll need to provide a stool sample from the comfort of home. A colonoscopy will be done through your own insurance. Otherwise, there's no cost to participate. Enroll now and screen to help create a better future for all. I screen, you screen, we all screen for colon cancer. Visit letsallscreen.com to sign up or learn more.
If you have psoriasis, it's time to see the possibilities with Taltz. Up to 90% of those with moderate to severe psoriasis saw a significant improvement. Some even saw 100% clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about infections, symptoms, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop, worsen, or if you had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Ask your doctor about Taltz.
Days like this start like this. WKYT has all the information you need, on air, online, and on your phone. WKYT Closings.
Welcome back to WKYT. Happening this weekend, you can get into the Christmas spirit with a special musical performance by the UK Choir.
Joining us this morning to tell us all about collage is Dr. Jefferson Johnson and Dr. Lori Hetzel, and we're so glad to have both of you here.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
This weekend, get us ready. What kind of music should we expect here?
everything. Everything that is holiday and everything that is Christmas. You're going to hear your favorite Christmas songs sung by the UK choirs and tons of guests and instrumentalists.
Tell us about some of those guests. You all have a bunch of different people who are going to be joining you all for this performance.
Well, we're going to have one of the best children's choirs in the Southeast United States, the Lexington Singers Children's Choir, conducted by Lori Hetzel.
How are those kids? I bet they are just so excited about Christmas.
They're very excited, and we're so happy to be singing again together.
Do they have a favorite song?
I know everything collage. they love to participate with the Wkyt choirs, and it's just such a great experience for them to share the stage.
And they probably look up to them as well.
Absolutely.
That's like what they aspire to be someday.
And some go from the children's choir side of the stage, then over to the UK side of the stage.
How cool is that?
So that good.
Yeah.
Wow.
How nice is it to be able to be back in person?
It's awesome. It is awesome. And the audience is going to feel like, 2019 for our audience. It's going to be super cool. The kids are very, very excited to be singing.
Have you all had to make any changes or adjustments with everything going on, or just?
Well, we're going to be wearing masks when we're not singing. And as soon as the lights come up to sing, we get to take our masks off. So we get to sing. And for the audience, then it's going to look like a normal collage performance.
Very nice. Now, where is this happening?
Singletary Center.
That's always a beautiful venue. Great acoustics in there as well.
Yeah, great acoustics. It's a big hall, and we're going to fill it up. We're going to sell out 3 shows.
I love it. So if people want tickets or they want to come out, do they need tickets ahead of time? Can you buy them at the door?
You can, but they should not wait, because we've already virtually sold out our 3rd performance, the Sunday performance. The 2 Saturday shows, there's still some tickets left, but folks should not wait. They should go ahead and get their tickets as soon as possible.
Obviously, Christmas is the main theme of this, but how often do you all, add something new or switch up what you're singing?
Well, I think the favorite piece, you asked Lori what her favorite piece or the kids' favorite piece was. One of our favorite pieces is Betelehemu, which is a Nigerian carol. So we kind of go around the globe and, have all these different musical styles.
So
That's really cool.
People are going to experience things that they maybe haven't seen before when it comes to Christmas.
Now, do people in the audience need to wear masks?
The audience will be masked, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good to know ahead of time. And it's happening this weekend again?
This weekend. 2 shows on Saturday and 1 show on Sunday.
All right. Well, we're so excited to have you guys. Anything else we didn't ask that you want to make sure people know?
What do you think?
Just get your tickets, because it's going to be sold out. It'll be a wonderful show.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Keep it here on Mid-Morning. We'll be right back with more news, weather, and some more.
When you're in a car wreck, you know who to call.
Call Hughes and Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Emergencies happen, whether or not we are in a pandemic. You need help, we are here.
So the ER has remained a very safe place for you to come to be evaluated. We continue to mask up. You still can have family with you.
In an emergency, immediate critical care access is important.
ARH has 13 hospitals, including critical access hospitals, that are all staffed by well-trained medical professionals. All of our emergency departments are ready and open 24 hours a day to help you and take care of you in sickness or injury.
ARH, more for Appalachia.
Hi, folks. Medicare open enrollment is simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, the agent will look up your zip code to see if you're able to eliminate copays and get Part C benefits like prescriptions and expanded coverage for your dental work at no extra cost. 3, they'll check if you're eligible to get money added to your Social Security check up to $1,700 a year. Call to check your zip code.
I called to check my zip code.
I called to get my dental work covered.
I called to eliminate copays.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to get money added to my Social Security check.
Millions of people have trusted the Medicare coverage helpline. You can too. Call the 800 number on your screen to check your zip code. Don't miss the deadline. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-245-7306. That's 1-800-245-7306 now.
Okay. Grandpa, will this be our Christmas tree?
Someday. Come on, Katie. I'm really proud of you guys.
Look how big it's gotten.
Ah, that's great.
Wow. Is it ready yet?
Someday. Come on. You think it's ready?
No one should go without heat during the winter.
Not in our family.
And because our community is our family.
We're giving the gift of heat to a family in need. Go to thegiftofheat.com to nominate a loved one that is in need of heat during the winter season.
The WKYT First Alert Weather app, alerting you first to inconvenient weather and tracking storms live wherever you are. Download the app today. Closed captioning on WKYT is sponsored by Cumberland Valley National Bank.
Here's some of the stories we're working on for WKYT News at noon. Talking with Lexington doctors about the new Omicron variant, COVID-19 spreading in South Africa.
Plus, the Garrett County Food Pantry receives another large donation as they get ready to open a new facility. And the American Heart Association is launching a new STEM scholarship program. We'll have all the details on that. Now, Jim, the weather's looking pretty good.
Yeah, the next few days. Today is the bad day, though, unfortunately, because we hang around the 40s. But look at Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Thursday's looking real nice.
Oh, yeah, Thursday's fantastic. Get up there, flirt with that 60-degree mark with that kind of warmth out there. That is what you're talking about when you need a nice day after a good little stretch of some colder stuff. The showers that you get toward the end of the week, they're in and out of our skies rather quickly with the frontal boundary, and that does take a bite out of the temperatures. But overall, this is not a bad little stretch for you over the next at least 6 of the 7 days.
So we've been below average here recently. Now we're back to where we need to be.
Back at 2 and above. We just can't get right around it. We have to go one way or another, you know?
Of course not.
We're all over the place. All right, Jim, thanks.
And thanks so much for joining us. They'll see you back here for WKYT News at noon.
Remember, the news is always on at WKYT.com.
At Feeder's Pet Supply, we know Bruno. We love Bruno. And if you haven't guessed yet, this is his neighborhood. We're just happy to be in it.